Why do narcissists make everything so hard? A relationship with a narcissist is confusing, draining, and hard work. When they leave you or you leave them, when you think you're finally free, yet they still run around your head and they continue to play games. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic people and joining the dots to work out what's happened to you, it all seems so unbelievable. The lengths they will go to just to destroy you. Yet as you read more about other stories, you become to realise the reality of what's happened to you and that you are far from alone in this. It might have been your soulmate, the love of your life, your one true love. And due to their love bombing and idolization, mirroring, future faking and false promises, you believe everything is perfect. Yet slowly, bit by bit, through their devaluation, their manipulation, their invalidation, it slips away. However, they lead you to believe that the problem is down to you. They breadcrumb you with false promises of change. They gaslight you with if only you hadn't. And then you do everything you can to get that perfect life back. You do everything you can to make life great again, not realising they're doing everything they can to make life worse for you. When it comes to a narcissist, you give and you give and you give some more, hoping to make them happy, and they continue to take and make you miserable while blaming you for being miserable. A narcissist will cause arguments out of nowhere. They will disappear on you. They will have sudden mood swings, temper tantrums. They'll fall silent on you. They'll ruin special occasions and days out. You know you've not done anything to deserve it, yet you're left questioning yourself. You're left ruminating. You're left over-analysing it all, and you're left finding yourself at fault. With the help of the narcissist, word salad, gaslighting, projection, provoking you to get a reaction out of you and blaming everything on you, so that you actually end up believing that you're the one at fault. You blame yourself and step it up to work harder in the relationship. And for a little while, a narcissist will offer those intermittent reinforcements. And just as you think you've got everything worked out, they pull the rug from underneath you again. We are left trying time and time again, harder and harder to make it work. We are the ones left forgiving them, trying to help them, making excuses for them, not realising that they are the ones that are making life so hard for us. Once we do finally break free for good, a narcissist games often continue. They'll not give us any form of closure. They'll not return belongings. They'll often keep hold of those sentimental items, or they'll not collect theirs, yet they'll claim that we're keeping their belongings from them when all we want them to do is come and collect them. However, they'll be keeping our sentimental items, a part of the narcissist projection and further mind games. Trying to sort any childcare arrangements out is a never-ending minefield of games and manipulation from a narcissist. We get told just how crazy we are. Some start stalking us, others call the police and social services on us. We can end up losing our homes, our reality. We can realise they've taken all the money and left us in endless amounts of debt, solely in our name. They often move on straight away. They can move on with your sister, your brother, your best friend, your neighbour. They will smear your name to anyone who will listen, especially those who will gossip first. So you're left no longer knowing who you can trust or who you can turn to. And then you might get a charming message from them and you don't know what to believe, what's happening, or how someone who claimed they loved and cared for you so much can then be so cold and hurtful and try to destroy you. Yet if you have children with them, you can try to reason with them. If you don't have children with them, you can try to get answers from them, communication from them, compromise. and you're the one that's left trying to make excuses for their hurtful behaviour, especially when they come back for the Hoover. It takes an average of 7 attempts to get out of these relationships. So when they come back for the Hoover, we are the ones left making excuses for the narcissist behaviour while the narcissist continues their hurtful behaviour. Narcissistic people need to play these games. They need a supply of attention. They need to create the drama within their life to feel something, to gain reactions, to gain attention. However, they don't want to take responsibility for their behaviour, so they pass the blame onto somebody else. They want to keep people in the dark. They want to keep people in check. They want to keep people off balance, to keep people confused, angry, hurt. And they like to keep people in pain and misery. Narcissistic people are quite empty, and they're quite envious and quite negative people, and they seek to bring people down to feel better about themselves. Some are more calculated in the way that they do this. With others, it's just natural to them. Then there are those that will leave you be after the relationship has ended. They don't see themselves as the ones to blame. They believe you criticise them in some way, or you've caused all the damage, therefore you need to pay. Even those who know they caused the problems change it around to the fact that you are the problem, and often end up believing that within themselves. Whether a narcissist does this intentionally or instinctively, they believe that's the way they have to live and what they must do in order to protect themselves. This is not an excuse. Abuse is abuse. Narcissist personality disorder can give us a reason behind some of their behaviours. It is never to excuse their behaviour. No one deserves to be treated the way a narcissist treats others. Narcissistic people don't trust others, probably because they know deep down what they are capable of. Any criticism, even if you didn't mean to criticise them, or even if you didn't criticise them, anything a narcissist takes as criticism, to them, you are then the enemy. The narcissist has to stay ahead of the game. They also have to keep control and stay above all others any way they can. They have no respect for the law, no respect for other people. They have very little empathy to relate to others, very little guilt or remorse. They might feel shame why they pass the blame. They might fear consequences. They might fear exposure why they gaslight and pass the blame. Narcissistic people are often unable to make themselves happy, so they are unable to make others happy. Now, we are all responsible for our own happiness. However, it is far easier for a negative person to bring somebody else into a negative state of mind than it is for a happy person to bring a negative person into a happy state of mind. Only if the negative person wants to be happy. Narcissists crave attention, positive or negative. They prefer positive, but if they can't get positive, or if they believe somebody has done something to hurt them, if they're holding a grudge against someone, they will go after negative, and they will just blame the other person, or they will twist the story to make the other person at fault. They are a puzzle with some pieces missing, and when you find those pieces, they'll take a couple more out just to keep you even more confused. Narcissists seek revenge on those who they believe have turned against them, people who realise what they're dealing with and walk away from them. A narcissist plays a minefield of mind games to get at that person. They seek to punish those who don't conform to their demands. You cannot help a narcissist as they don't see themselves as the problem. You cannot save someone who cannot see any faults within themselves. You cannot help those who don't see their own weaknesses, their own mistakes, their own wrongdoings. If the narcissist believes you've turned against them, challenged them, criticised them, undermined them, they will seek to punish you. They will seek to make life difficult for you. You will never be able to reason with a narcissist. They want what they want when they want. If they don't like you as they believe you criticise them and you ask if they're okay as you thought everything was okay, they'll take this as you questioning their rights to sulk. If you try and help them and they fall silent on you, they question you, they devalue you, they think you've turned against them for questioning their right to be silent on you. However, when you don't ask them if they're okay, they then blame you for not caring about them. You cannot win with a narcissist by playing their games. You win by walking away and leaving them to think whatever they want to think about you. With good intentions, there's no wrong way or right way to live your life. There is only your way. How do you get a narcissist to leave you alone? No contact. The narcissist personality disorder is on a spectrum, so with some, the only way to go is no contact. Move miles away from them, change phone numbers, email addresses, social media accounts. Be extremely careful what friends and family you tell. No contact with their friends and family. Block all their social media. 2, no reaction. Some narcissists are less extreme and extremely lazy. So after 1 or 2 attempts to get at you, with them getting nothing back from you, they will leave you alone. 3, more no reaction. Some you can stay put and go no contact, blocking them and all their friends and family from social media and your phone, email addresses, even your eBay, Netflix, YouTube, as some have been known to try and contact through these platforms. And some have been known to transfer small amounts of cash into your bank account along with some random message. Give no reaction. 4, level up. Grey rock. If you have children, grey rock and level up, or it would mean cutting off good family members. Again, still block them and their flying monkeys on everything and only leave online communication open. Set up separate email addresses or have a cheap second phone with a new SIM, new number that's only used for communication between you and the narcissist. So you only look when needed and when prepared and when in the right state of mind to do so, and so that you can keep everything written for further evidence. With Grey Rock, it's limited communication and business-like responses. Need to know communication only, no reaction. Retreat, rethink, and only respond if you need to do so. Be boring. Don't ask about them. Don't tell about you. 1-word answers, straight face, no emotion. Practice until you get it. Feel free to let any emotions out when they're not around. With Level Up, limited contact. Compliment them when they are helpful. Don't say no just because they were awkward the week before. Only say no if saying yes doesn't work for you. Stick to your boundaries. Know who you are so well and know about their disorder so well so that their toxic words no longer impact your life. Observe, don't absorb. Be friendly, not over helpful. Be more respectful when they are respectful of you. Walk away from them when they are rude to you. With some, not all, you can get them with kindness so long as you're not triggered when you do. Use the term we or us in communication. Don't point out any of their mistakes. Those are for them. When they do not compromise, let it go and let them know that's for you. You can keep your way. However, mine is for me, so I'm keeping mine. We can either compromise or disagree. When they start twisting things, back to Grey Rock. Going no contact or Grey Rock, unfortunately for other people, often leaves the narcissist to get attention elsewhere. Remember, they like positive attention, but negative attention will do. Some narcissists can be extremely persistent when they choose to be and can harm your anxiety, your healing and your recovery no end by turning up somewhere unexpected. If they do this, get restraining orders, non-molestation orders, protection orders may help. Still, some feel above these. Reward their efforts of trying to get to you by staying calm, not noticing them, not giving them any reaction, no emotion if they appear to chat to you. And if you're in public, carry on doing whatever you're doing. And as soon as it's safe to do so, call the police. I shall add in the video description the playlist on the mind games that narcissists like to play and the video on the 2 sides to a narcissist after you go no contact. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please add those into the comments. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.